Diversify your portfolio of products that you offer to consumers so you could be a better lender to more people. That's what y'all need to be doing, and Remen can help you with manufactured homes. They do those, but they've also got a fantastic webinar that you need to check out at your leisure, of course, because it's already been recorded. Check this thing out, guys. It can help you out. Click this banner right over there, or on Facebook, get us right up above. And by the way, make sure that you get into Kills Coaching, guys, with your listing booster and your pre-app 1003 accounts, man. We're just kicking ass over there right now. You need to be a part of this. If you want to, all you have to do is click this banner right over there. The CFPB, took yet another hit. The House of Representatives voted 231 to 190 to revoke the new arbitration rule that the CFPB just passed that the OCC said not to do. Well, now the House has chimed in. They said no.
Jeb Hensarling summed up our position pretty clearly, saying, what the Bureau and the wealthy trial lawyers want is to take away arbitration for consumers and instead force them into class action lawsuits, which just so happens to require consumers to hire the very trial lawyers who benefit most from the rule.
You know, Frank, I wonder about this. If on our show we started running like a winners and losers of the week type of award, the top two candidates for the losers of the week would be the CFPB and Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo for the 50,000 member leak and the CFPB's continued losing streak. First Kentucky, now the House of Representatives. What I want to know is, who would you guys vote for? Wells Fargo or the CFPB, who's the loser of the week? Just curious. Put it down below.
And speaking of the CFPB, the group Americans for Financial Reform did a study to see how Americans felt about the CFPB, and it was overwhelmingly positive, with upwards of 74% with favorable ratings.
Now, according to Thea Knight of the Financial Regulation Studies, the study in question here was very misleading.
Really? Really? A group called the Americans for Financial Reform put out a survey that misled participants? All you have to do is look at the home page for the group. Check this out. Yeah, it might be skewed a little. I mean, think about it. That's like the NRA putting out a study about guns and violence. Question?
Would you want a firearm if you and your 8-year-old daughter were about to get mugged by 9 people where both your lives were in jeopardy? What's your answer?
Yeah.
That participant is for gun rights.
Obviously, that's not necessarily the case. We just gave you a loaded question. That type of a thing is probably what happened with this survey. Okay, so what were some of these misleading questions?
By the way, these are verbatim from the questionnaire. Here it goes. How important is it to you to regulate products and services so they are fair for consumers?
Okay, it's a good question. Of course I want things fair. But are we not making a broad leap that the CFPB is making things more fair? Gah. All right, next question.
Frank, this one's like just downright funny. I mean, this is funny. Okay, check this out, guys. Here it goes. The CFPB is the first federal agency whose focus is protecting consumers when they use mortgages, credit cards, bank accounts, and other financial products and services. Its mission includes preventing deceptive, unfair, and abusive lending and collection practices by banks and other companies. From what you know about the CFPB, would you say you favor or oppose the CFPB?
Well, considering you just told me how awesome they are, and that might be all I do know about the CFPB, what you just told me, so of course I'm gonna say yes to that.
Oh my God, this is just crazy, guys. And look. We could go on, and almost every single question is stacked, just like the 2 examples we just gave you. So when you hear that 74% or 75% of folks support the CFPB, understand, like so much else coming out of Washington, it's completely biased and misleading.
And finally, the Freddie Mac 30-year average is at 3.96%, at a half a point. That's slightly better than last week, and about a half a point higher than the year's low back in mid-September. So if your rate is below 4 at like 1-ish, you're doing good. If you're north of 4, you're selling high. Not that you should ever sell rate, but that's for another show.
Those CFPB questions are super, super awesome.
Hilarious.
And if you look at that homepage, I know we had it up there for a second, but like look at the articles that they write. I mean, it's just remarkable how skewed they are. So they definitely had a bone to pick.
All right, well, let us know your thoughts on today's show down below, man. And we always appreciate getting those comments. Forward and share and subscribe for in your upper right-hand corner for meeting us for the first time. We'll catch you later here at the National Real Estate Post.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.